Good morning again. This is day 2 of Royal Ruby's camping trip. I'm so excited. I can't help myself, you guys. I have been going through a lot. And you all know my mama died and I was taking care of her for a really long time. Well, like 8 months. And this is the first break I've had. I'm getting my house ready to sell up in Pennsylvania, cleaning that out. As a matter of fact, today the rubbish guys are there doing the attic and the basement and the garage. I did the first and second floors, which was hard, but I hired someone to do the those yucky areas that I really don't need to touch anything there because I don't want anything from those areas. Because anything that's in those areas, my mother hasn't seen for over 25 years because she's lived there 23 years. So yeah, I figured let them just take that out, clean it out. But that's stressful, and I needed this break. I needed this time so desperately. So thanks, guys, for coming with me on this journey. This is day 2. So as you know, Royal Ruby is very thrifty. And I am doing a warm-up recipe from last night's dinner. Remember, we had rice and beans in the Instant Pot. Well, I have all this left over in this container. So it's taking up real estate in my refrigerator, y'all. So I got to make something with it for breakfast. So what I'm going to do is I have some gluten-free tortillas. They look a little hard because they've been outside in the air. A little freshen up in the olive oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil. First I'm going to turn my stove on. Flame up there. A little olive oil in there. Because I'm making eggs with the recipe we had last night. So I'm heating that olive oil up, and then I'm going to take my eggs, just whipping up the eggs. You're going to pour them in, and you're going to make like a scrambled egg kind of consistency. And while that's doing its magic, you're going to take a tomato, cut a tomato up, and take a little cheese. Slice that. Now I'm using a Havarti. It's a really soft cheese. But I like it with a burrito. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking one piece of it, cutting it off. This has the dill in it. It's expensive though. This was like $8.49 for that little container of cheese. But I love it. So, alright, let's check our eggs. I have this on a low flame because there's nothing worse than a burnt scrambled egg. Now, what you're going to do, once this gets a little bit ready, you're going to take some of your mixture from last night, okay? Because you're making a burrito. I'll probably be able to make 2. I might have too much food here. Probably should only make 1 egg. That's okay. Some of your goodies from last night, your rice and beans, with your chilies, and you're going to mix that in with the egg. Just want to warm up the rice and beans. I don't want to cook it because it's obviously already cooked. Now we're going to add the cheese. Okay, so now we're going to melt the cheese in. We just added the cheese. Lid on it for a minute because you want to melt that cheese. Now on the side here, since we have such a big pan, you might as well take this tortilla and just lay it in there. Let it get warmed up. There we go. Now remember our sour cream from last night. We're going to add that to the burrito. So what we're doing here, trying to get this puppy warmed up. But what we might do while it's in the pan is just take this down here. Take some of this sour cream and layer it on the tomato, a little bit of that in there. too much. Some more tomato. And then hit it with a little more salt and pepper. Now you wouldn't have to do this step. It's just something I like. Now you get your plate. It's my bugtail burrito. I'm going to fold it in, fold it over, fold it in again. Now it looks a little messy, but as you can see, that's the inside of it. Okay, you got your sour cream, you got your egg, your bean and rice mixture, tomato, salt and pepper. Oh my God. This is good. Here we go. It's wonderful. It's a little messy. I should have had a toothpick. As you can see, I enjoyed that immensely. But I'm never going to be able to eat a second one. I have enough for a second one heated up here, but it ain't happening. My eyes were bigger than my belly, I think. My mama used to say that. So that was breakfast with Ruby. Hey everybody, it's Royal Ruby. We're back for dinner. As promised, we're gonna have some skillet pizza for supper tonight. And we are going to use some chia seeds because I don't have any chicken protein to put on top of the pizzas. What I normally do is I obviously start my stove. You always want to check your flame. Get it nice and, I would say, medium. Now you're going to put a little olive oil in your pan. Not a lot. I would say about a tablespoon. You're going to just kind of work that around in the pan. You're just going to take your little doojig and you're going to put it on there. So we're going to turn it down a little, put the lid on there. You want to get it nice and, you know, kind of fried a little bit because you want to have a crispy crust. That's the key. So what I'm doing is sauteing this in the skillet. I may leave the lid off. Okay, so now while we're doing that, we can cut up our onions and our peppers. Just gonna do cut these up. The whole time you're warming up your tortilla. It's good. I think that puppy is good. Yeah, it's nice and crispy. Okay, so next, your sauce. Now guys, what I use, it's called Muir Glen, and this is tomato basil. I use about, I don't know, let's see how many we put on here. Now it's been sitting out in the sun, so it's a little runny. I should have kept it inside the van until we were ready to make this pizza. But you want to take the sauce all the way around to the edges. Now we got our cheese. I buy the organic mozzarella, finely shredded. Just put a couple handfuls on there. Whatever floats your boat. 2 handfuls. Okay, then you can take your vegetables, your peppers and your onions, and just sprinkle those on there. You want to turn your heat up, or down, I'm sorry. I think it just went off actually. So I might have to restart it. There's black olives, which I love. Cut up a couple of those. And so just sprinkle some of those around in there. Now, for spices, of course, you're going to do some salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, some crushed red pepper, some Italian seasoning, there you go. Now you're going to put your lid on. Just gonna let it go. Make sure you got a flame, which I do. It's a low flame, but I got a flame. Turn it up a little, and now you're just going to let it cook until it melts, the cheese gets all happy, and your vegetables get all happy. Okay guys, so in a few minutes we'll be back and you'll have pizza for supper. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're back. We have pizza. It's all done. I moved the camera so you guys could really see the bubbly, beautiful pizza we have going on here. I mean, that is perfectly done. The vegetables are probably pretty much cooked. I don't think they're going to be al dente at all like I thought, but they will be perfect. And you want to make sure, the way you know when it's done, it took about 10 minutes. You want to check the bottom of your pizza, and if it's getting too dark, which mine's getting some dark spots, that's when it's time to take it off. So guys, usually I use a little pizza pan, but I didn't bring it with me, so we're just putting it on a plate. Just look at that pizza. Do you believe it? We made this on top of a butane stove. It's just a gluten-free. You can see my little ants on my plate. Don't be startled, those are not real ants. So basically it's a gluten-free crust. I just sauteed it in olive oil, just got it crispy on both sides. That took about 5 minutes. Then I added the sauce all the way to the edges, about 4 teaspoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of sauce. Use whatever sauce you like. I use a gluten-free or a organic blend with some, spices in it. Then I took and put the mozzarella, the fat-free, the low-fat organic mozzarella, and then you just put your vegetables, whatever you want on top. I used onion, peppers, black olive. I also put chia on, which you missed because I had to go find it. But anyway, hold on and we're going to take a bite. Okay guys, I got a phone call. So I got bad news. I already ate most of the pizza. I was so hungry. Today they were taking the rubbish out of my house up in PA, like cleaning out the attic and the basement and the garage. So I got a call from my brother-in-law who's kind of supervising the project, and I was on the phone eating my pizza, and then I thought, oh my God, I never got to taste the pizza. So anyway guys, I'll taste it for you now. I've already tasted it, so I can tell you it's really, really good. But as you can see, I have black olives on here, chia, yellow peppers, and onion, tomato sauce, and some skim moistured, low-fat moisture mozzarella, and a gluten-free crust. So I'm going to try it. It's better when it cools off. I like this piece better because It's cooled off. It's easier to eat. And the veggies are all soft and good, and cheese is all gooey. It's really, really good. Have a bite. What do you think? It's good, isn't it? So thanks a lot, guys. I hope you had a good day today with Royal Ruby. I need to go for a nice walk with Ted, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See you tomorrow. We're gonna have a special day tomorrow. We have a mystery guest. Well, you know who it is. It's Jeremiah. He's coming to hang out and go for a hike, and we're gonna have sweet potato fries and hamburgers for supper. So stay tuned, okay? We'll have lots of cool pics and a nice video, a nice cooking video. So have a good day. Bye-bye.